recent finds. I told you guys we weren't going to do an update until 90 days, but I'm already selling a lot of the shoes that I showed you from the boutique by the box order. If you haven't seen that unboxing, I will link it down below. But I already sold 2 of the shoes. I sold the Brooks the day after I showed them to you guys in that live sale. I probably undersold those, you guys. I sold those for $60 because I was doing like a Black Friday week. As soon as they sold, I started them at 60. I was like, ooh, I should have started those a little more, a little higher. So that went for under what I thought. But the Sorel boots, if you haven't seen the unboxing, these were the standout piece in the box. These retail for over $200, and these sold for $150. So those 2 sales have already covered the price of the box. And then the other shoes I'm thinking will be slow movers, but we'll see. I don't know. There's a lot of interest in the Crocs, and surprisingly the Fila. This is really heavy, you guys. I'm gonna have to like Frankenstein a box to put this in. They ended up paying like $14 in shipping because they want the box. This weighs 3.5 pounds. It's pretty heavy, so I think that's not that bad, honestly, for a 3.5 pound box. And the boots for $14 because it's going across the country. But I thought I would start with those because I literally just listed them under 2 weeks ago. I had to get the iPad so I could remember what I sold. This new Tags North Face, it's called the North Face Women's Arctic Parka. I got this in a Nordstrom palette, and I'm embarrassed to say I had this for over a year before I listed it, you guys. This is part of those palettes that came literally, like, I ended up getting 4 pallets delivered like a month before I went into labor. And so it took me, I'm almost embarrassed to say how long it took me. I will say, in my defense, excuses, I know. I'm a one-woman show, you guys. I process pallets all by myself. I do have some help with shipping, and that's really it. So like processing a pallet, when I'm on it, I can do it in a week. But when I'm, 8 months pregnant and have a toddler already, it just took me, it's embarrassing to say, but it took me almost like 8 months to process all 4 of those pallets because I was also working and I was doing a lot of real estate stuff postpartum. So like reselling, like process, it's just whatever. Anyways, embarrassing to say, it took me a year to get this listed. And then it took about 8 months after this was listed for it to sell, but I kept getting such lowball offers. This coat retails for $350. By the way, a lot of resellers sleep on North Face, and I understand it is very flooded in the market, especially the basic stuff. I've never found a coat like this new with tags thrifting. I have found a ton of North Face coats when I'm thrifting, but they're never new with tags, but I pick them up. A lot of my reselling friends, they don't touch North Face. I don't buy like the basic sweaters and zip ups unless they are plus size or men's, but I almost always pick up the coats. I just never found a new with tags North Face coat like that. So that was very exciting. A couple of examples that I'll just put on the screen that it's not necessarily a brand. It's something new that I've kind of tried out in 2024. I've done this for years, but I've really ramped it up this year, is creating bundles and listing them for sale. So what I did this year is like I would create a Coach bundle. I had an influx of Coach bags. So I would list like 3 pre-owned Coach bags for $200. I think that's a pretty good deal. I would list a set of like 20 Skims for $250. That was when I was doing a lot of live selling of Skims. But also I would list like lots of 10 Talbot's shirts. I do this a lot on eBay. And I make good money doing it. I do a lot. I've been telling you guys this for years. I do a lot of bundles of silk, linen, cashmere, and I put in the title Crafters Lot. You want to make sure you do that. That's a keyword you need to put in because crafters search for that in eBay. I've never sold a Crafters Lot on Poshmark in my, almost 6 years? Has it been 6 years? Yeah, March 2025 will be 6 years on Poshmark. I've never sold a Crafters Lot on Poshmark, I don't think. I'll have to go through my solds, but I sell them at least once or twice a month on eBay. What I do is I go to the Goodwill outlet pretty frequently. I get Goodwill outlet pallets. If I get cashmere, silk, linen, and they're damaged, sometimes they have holes, I put them in a lot. So like I'll gather up 10, 20 of them, and I'll put crafters lot, 20 cashmere silk. What do I put? It's like 20 cashmere silk lot. Oh, I call it a lot. I don't even say like shirts, sweaters. I just say lot because that's what they're searching for. They usually sell in less than a month, you guys, because those fabrics are very expensive. So crafters like to buy them on the secondhand market to get a good deal. And a lot of my friends don't do this, but I bundle them together. Like a lot of my friends said it's more valuable just to do like 10 cashmere and 10 silk. I do that also, but sometimes I just have an influx of all of it and I just want to sell it. Like just the other day, I'll put it on the screen. I sold a lot. It was 10 cashmere, 10 silk, and 10 linen. All of them were damaged, and I make that very clear. I take the photos of the damaged items. I know my oldies, but my goldies. Some of you are like, girl, you tell us this all the time. But we have a lot of new friends, and I try to make these videos as helpful as possible. So I take pictures of the images, and I list in the description, this is what you're getting: 10 cashmere, 10 linen, 10 silk pieces. If I have time, I will list them individually, but most of the time I don't, you guys. I just say 10 silk pieces, 10 cashmere, and I take a lot of photos because I'm not doing very descriptive. Like I'm not saying you're getting a Talbot silk scarf and a cashmere this. So I'll take like as many photos as I can, and that does really well. I've really ramped that up though this year with doing things that aren't damaged, like doing, like I said, a Skims bundle, a Coach bundle. What else have I been doing that with? I've been doing a lot of Lululemon bundles together. So like a set of 2 Lululemon leggings that are both a size 6. And I will tell you, the end users, there's a market. Here's who's I've noticed who are buying these. It's either resellers or people who just want a good deal and they want to bundle and get as much as possible for a good deal for themselves, end users. Because I know this because a lot of the clothing bundles that I put together, people will message me and be like, thank you so much. This was such a good deal. Like Lululemon, one girl just messaged me, Lululemon leggings are so expensive and they were this is after she received them. And they were such good quality. I really appreciate it. It was a great deal for 2 Lululemon leggings. I think she got I just shipped it to her. She got 2 leggings for $70 and they were like new condition, you guys. And they both retailed for $128 in the store. So I wanted to give that one an honorable mention because it's not a specific brand, but it's something that I'm doing more and more, and I'm really seeing the benefits of it by doing it consistent. I'm sorry if you guys are a little wobbly. I'm getting used to this new phone stand I'm using. I go between using my big hefty Canon camera and my cell phone to film these videos on. Sometimes it's just easier to film on my phone. I'm trying out this new phone stand that the company sent me for free on TikTok. Sidebar, I know I mentioned to you guys, oh, if you want a video on selling on TikTok, let me know. And I should have been more specific. I'm not selling clothing there, you guys. What I'm doing is doing like TikTok shop affiliate sales. So basically companies like the phone stand that you guys are holding on, they want to sell their phone stand, so they'll send me a free sample. They'll send me the phone stand and they're like, can you review it, post a video on TikTok? And then for each sale, for anyone that buys from one of my videos, I get a commission. So it's not much unless you have a video, unless you have a video go viral. So like every phone stand that sells, I think I get $3, which, you know, hey, it adds up. Like if 10 people buy it, that's $30 from me just making one video. Or sometimes you can have a video go viral, like my friend did, and she was promoting this ab machine that she was doing, and she did like a 30-day let's do the ab machine together challenge, and like day 15 the video ended up getting 1 million views, and she had 5,000 sales, you guys, and for each item that sold she got $7 commission. So imagine that. So it really is like a numbers game. It's all about marketing. So I'm not selling my own stuff. You can do that. TikTok keeps bugging me, like, sign up to sell on TikTok. Like I can register my business and sell there, but that's not what I'm selling. It's really fun. So anyways, I never really plug my TikTok, but I would like to grow over there because it's fun. I enjoy doing it. And it's not just product promotion. I post everything there, like reselling stuff, lifestyle stuff. I've started posting because some of you have been like, well, I don't have a TikTok. So I just realized this whole time I've been looking at the light and I'm not looking. I'm so sorry, you guys. Going between filming on my camera and my phone, I need to look at you. The lifestyle stuff, some of you have been like, well, I want to see that, but I don't want to make a TikTok. I have a lifestyle channel. I'm trying to get more consistent about posting there, so I will link it down below because I've started posting like the workout. If you are interested in that, I know most of you just want the reselling stuff, but if you're interested in like beauty, lifestyle, I'm going to start consistently posting there too because I know a lot of you don't have TikTok, and I'm going to start doing long form videos there. I'm going to start doing everything apparently. Where am I going to get the time for all of this? I don't know, but I make it work, you guys. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a fail. Kind of a fail. This almost sold for $100. These new with tags Viore leggings sold for $75. You guys, I always tell you, I share my wins, my losses, and everything in between. This is kind of an in-between. This was my first time going to a Viore sample sale. I source quite a bit at sample sales. I will be honest, I'm lucky. I live in a city where we have sample sales all the time. It's not just like a once a year thing. Like any given day, I can find a sample sale here in Los Angeles, but that doesn't mean it's a good deal for sourcing. I will say sample sales are great if you're shopping for yourself because they are a discount off retail pricing. Like these Viore leggings retailed for $128. I paid, where does it show me what I paid? I put it in my SKU somewhere. Here it is. I paid $40 for these. So yes, that is a great deal, you guys. That's a great deal from $128 to $40, but these only sold for $75. And after Poshmark fees, that gave me net profit of $60, and I paid $40 for them. So I only made $20 profit. I make more profit per piece on things I get at the Goodwill outlet. So if I'm paying up for things, in my opinion, $40, that's paying up, you know, that's more than me going to the Goodwill outlet. If I'm paying $40 for an item, I would like to make more than $20 profit. So I was hoping those would sell for more. They're new with tags, they're size extra large, but they weren't. And people kept sending me such lowball offers, you guys. $75 was the most reasonable offer I had. And I listed these 3 months ago. So I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe if I would have waited like closer to Christmas time, these would have sold for a little bit more. But it's just reaffirming what I've already known in my years of doing this, that there I go again, looking at the light. This might be a video where you just listen to me and you don't necessarily look at me because I'm still getting used to the new filming setup with this cell phone stand. But sample sales are not always great for resellers. So I say that, especially for new people, or if you're like gonna go to sample sales for the first time, look up comps, you guys. Look up comps. It is so important. I did not do that at this Viore sample sale. It was so hectic in there. It was super busy. People everywhere. People were just like grabbing stuff. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I was just looking for sizes and to make sure things were new with tags, and I was not looking up comps, and I should have. I ended up getting, they had a limit. You could only buy like 5 or 6 things. I bought up to the limit. I think it was 6 items. So far, 2 items have sold. These pants and then the jumpsuit sold. The jumpsuit, I also paid $40, and that wasn't that great either. That sold on eBay. A little bit better. It sold for $85. I just assumed that these Viore pieces I had were going to sell close to retail because it's a very popular brand. One of the most popular athletic brands right now. Very trendy. And these pieces are sold out on the website. So it's not a fail. I didn't lose money. I just was hoping to make more, and I figured since that's close to $100, we could put that one in there. This is a brand I've sold a lot of this year. APL, and what does that stand for? Athletic Propulsion. I should know this. I've sold like 50 of these. APL, Athletic Propulsion something. Very expensive brand. I'm talking their slides, you know, like slippers, retail for over $100. Some of them retail for over $200. Sustainable brand. They use a lot of recycled materials, recycled plastic, recycled all types of stuff. I mean, you can read their ethos on their website. It is very bourgeois. but I love it. I love what they stand for. It's nice. You know, they're trying to help the environment. It's good. It's just, it's very expensive. So I have sold these anywhere from $50 upwards of $150. I buy these locally from my supplier here in LA. I literally just go there and fill up my trunk with APL. I list them until they sell. I've also been selling them wholesale to members in my wholesale group, which I always link down below. I've probably sold like 50 to my group members, and I give them a good deal. I think I'm selling them to group members for like 25 to 35 bucks. And like I just said, I'm selling them myself anywhere from 50 upwards of $100. The most I sold one was for 150. They were men's size 15 and they were sold out online. I am almost completely sold out. I only have like 5 more left. So I need to go hit up my supplier because these shoes have made me a couple $1,000s this year. And I sell them year round, you guys. I sold them in January 2024. I sold them in the summer. They're slides, but I've also sold them. Like I just sold a pair yesterday, and yesterday was December 1st. I was actually, you guys, going to package up these Sorel boots on camera. I don't know how the reselling YouTubers do the pack with me videos. People are brutal. I literally did one pack with me video on Instagram. It was literally under 60 seconds. And I got like 2 comments from people being like, you can't fold better than that. They paid $70 and that's how you fold it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Listen, I'm not a professional folder. I have been doing this for a very long time. I just try to be efficient. I try to make it look nice, but I'm not like a professional wrapper or folder. In my opinion, a successful shipping situation is you get your stuff, it's not damaged, and it looks just as you expected it to look on the photo, okay? Like, I'm not perfect. I've watched other people ship with me videos, and people are just naggy and one girl literally commented on the ship with me video I was watching, and she was like, my photos are better than yours, I ship better than you, and I don't understand why my sales aren't as good as yours. She put that on a public comment. That just blew my mind. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, you guys. I probably would never. There are certain things that I'm really open with you guys about, but I just don't want the stress. I just don't want the annoyance. I'm not going to do ship with me videos, at least not on YouTube. I wouldn't probably do a long form. Never say never. Like, I show you guys me shipping, but I'm not going to show you me packaging it. I just don't want the drama. Not the drama. I don't want the judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand lots of sidebars here. You guys said you like these sidebars, but I understand why people don't show their kids online, especially as they get older. You guys get little snippets of the boys here and there, but I don't show them a lot, and I will be showing them less and less as they get older. 1, because it's a creepy world we live in. You got to protect the kiddos. But 2, people are very judgmental. It's a fun one, you guys. So I think I told you this story time. Poshmark, like the actual company, has their own live shows occasionally with their employees where they do share shows, and they will share people that are in the show's listings, and you can sell them that way. So they had a like luxury show. This was recent. When did this sell? This was in August. So wow, that was in August. So they had this show August where they were doing, if you would share your luxury listing and start it at $3, then they would sell it for you. And on this particular show, they had 1,000 people in the room, and they were saying, does anyone want to start a luxury item at $3? And I was like, sure. I didn't think they would see my comment. The host, I don't know her name. She hosts a lot of their live shows. And so I was like, sure, I'll sell my Chanel wallet starting at $3. And she saw my comment. She was like, NikkiBeautyBlis, let's do it. She pulled in my listing. So this Chanel wallet sold for $171. I could have like sold that for not triple, but probably double that price, you guys. But here's why I did that. Strategic marketing. There were 1,000 people in that room on that live show. That one sale and the eyes that brought on my closet was worth selling this. This Chanel wallet was in primo condition. It was a beautiful blue color. My pictures don't even do it justice. I did have a video in the listing showing like the true color because I felt like the light kind of washed it out. But I can't does the video you take go away when something sold? Anyways, it sold for $171. I still made a profit. So I got a net profit of $136. That wallet I got from a real estate client only cost me $56. I have never, ever in like the last 10 years found Chanel for $56. Not even clothing items, you guys. Chanel holds its value very well, and oftentimes it goes up in price the longer you have it and the more vintage it becomes. So I knew that was a piece I knew I could start at $3, and I knew it wasn't going to sell for under 100. So I was like, at least I'll make some money, you know, but it's going to bring. So what it did was I ended up getting 22 sales from 22 different people after this sale, because it brought so much attention to my closet. People were like, oh my gosh, you're starting a Chanel wallet at $3. Other people started like Chanel purses. Somebody started some Louboutin, or was it Louis Vuitton? Like a lot of luxury stuff sold. And I hope the same thing happened for these people. A couple people were like typing in the chat, is that NikkiBeautyBlis from YouTube? I'm like, great, maybe. I even got like 200 new subscribers on this day. I'm assuming it's all from this live show, because my little channel, I can count on like one hand how many times in a day I get 200 new subscribers. So I'm so glad I did that. At first, when I saw that the bidding was slowing down, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not even gonna sell for $200. But it was worth it, you guys. I made a profit. I doubled my money. I more than doubled my money. I almost tripled my money, and it got me so many sales. None of them were like high dollar like this, but still there were sales that I didn't have. Like I ended up selling a Free People top, some Dickies pants. This is all on the same day. And Poshmark, I don't get like 20 sales a day unless I'm doing a live show or I do some massive sale. So, and I didn't do either of those this day. I sold Spanx, I sold a thong, I sold an Eloquii top, I sold Miu Miu shoes. Like, it was a great sales day. So I'm really glad I did that. I was just watching the show, just like seeing what they were talking about. And then she was like, does anybody want to sell anything for $3 that's luxury? I'm like, sure, why not? So I'm glad I did that. Good marketing. So little tip, I know that's I don't think it's niche, but if you ever have the chance to go to the live shows that Poshmark themselves host, I say go, because a lot of times they'll do share shows and they'll share listings from people that are in the show. And if you have a listing that fits in the criteria of whatever their share show is, you get a lot of eyes on your closet. I'm just scrolling through here. How long have I been talking? Here's another bundle that sold for $154. That was great. A beauty bundle. I think I've told you guys that, ooh, this is a good one. I forgot about this dress. Look at this Cult Gaia dress, you guys. I wanted to keep it so bad. It's so gorgeous. This is another one I got in my Nordstrom palette. This did not take long to sell at all. This sold within 2 months of me listing it. This is another one from that Nordstrom palette that I told you that I gave birth, and it took me like 8 months to process. This sold like 2 months after I listed it, sold for $200, and it gave me a net profit of $160. I wish I could find good Nordstrom palettes like I used to. If any of you know of any like good liquidators that sell Nordstrom palettes, let me know. I was talking to my group members, and we were talking about like where we used to buy them, but they've all kind of dried up. So if anybody knows, I'm just putting that out there. Like, I would even be interested in buying a good quality Nordstrom truckload, because hand over fist, I have made so much money with that Nordstrom palette. But then the other Nordstrom palette I had was literally like setting $4,000 on fire. It was absolute garbage, you guys. Like broken home goods pieces, ripped skims, ripped gowns. Like, it was like salvage material. And it was not marketed to me that way. So liquidation is such a crapshoot. Like this palette that had the North Face, the Cult Gaia dress, it had a bunch of skims, it had a bunch of bras, it had a bunch of like high-end lingerie. Hand over fist, profit. And then the second one, like literally, it was like just setting my money on fire. I could not even make my money back on that palette. So but isn't that the name of the game, right? To be a reseller and to just be able to find the cream of the crop. Inventory, So that was another one that sold. What I was going to say before I saw that dress was I've been really upping selling beauty products this year, and I sold a ton of beauty bundles also for over $100. So not just single items by themselves, like serums. I'm looking around my office. Skincare. I have a ton of beauty stuff still. I love selling beauty because it's very easy to photograph and list. You just want to make sure the beauty you have isn't expired, and check the batch code so that, you know, the person has time to use it. Like, you don't want it to be expiring soon. I told you guys I'm amping up selling luxury, and I have been, and I'm very proud of myself. This Prada wallet sold for $120. It's not a wallet. It's more like this size. If you can see next to my big head, it was like a coin purse. It was a little bit bigger than this. This gave me a net profit of $96. Oh, I never see your guys' love notes. I'm assuming this person watches YouTube because she said, "Love you, Nikki," from one of your oldies but goldies. Whenever you guys say that, I know you're from YouTube. This sold in June, and I'm just now seeing this love note. I am the worst with looking at love notes, you guys. I need to look at them more because they brighten my day. So that was a great sale. So I have slowly been working my way into selling more luxury wallets, purses, clothing. Like, I'm looking at a Moncler coat I need to list, and a Chanel shirt. I will say what I'm learning is, for the luxury stuff, you guys, it takes the right buyer. Like, I've had these luxury items for almost a year, and they're listed and they just haven't sold. These are all Louis Vuitton. All Louis Vuitton. An agenda, 2 wallets, and a key holder. So luxury stuff, it just takes time unless you do it live. I am, shameless plug, going to have my first luxury live sale. I'm hoping to do it this week on Whatnot, so I will link that down below. I'm pretty excited to do that because I've never sold luxury, like done just a full luxury show. So I'm gonna have Manolo Blahniks, we're gonna have Burberry clothing, I have some luxury purses, I have a ton of luxury wallets, I also have Tory Burch, I have Coach. Let me show you. Like, I've never done a live sale like that. And because I'm not that consistent, I'm not expecting there to be 1 million people there. So if you want a good deal, come to that live show, whether it's for yourself or you want to resell it. I'm not going to start these things at $3 because, like I said, I'm not expecting to have like 100 people at the show, but I'm going to start them at great deals for authentic luxury. So that sale I will link down below.